Much more enjoyable is it to reflect on a milestone after your team gets a win like tonight?
Yeah, huge win for us, and memorable night for myself, and I think it's going to be memorable the way we played, and hopefully we can build off that, because after that trip, coming home and against a team that we didn't play well against before Christmas, and we're chasing in the standings, to have a nice night like that for our team is awesome, and something that we can definitely build off of.
You told me in the pregame it was going to be a different looking team than the team that played the Canadiens the last two times. What was the biggest difference tonight in your mind?
Well, I think we skated, and I thought we were the better skating team, and we got up the ice, forechecked, and caused a lot of turnovers, and then we looked to shoot. We got 45 shots. I think that might be a season high for our group, and that's we shot it, we got it back, and continued to play offense. And even in the third period, we had some sustained offense, and grinded them down. Drew a penalty late. That was huge. So our whole team game was pretty dialed in tonight.
Dylan, I'm curious. You guys are 14-3-4 wins, scoring first. Is that a point of contention? Do you guys think about getting the first goal on the board, or does it just happen?
I mean, I think every game you play, and you want to score first, and you want to win the game, and it's nice to know that stat. We've definitely, since Todd has come in, we focused on our starts, and we had a good start tonight, and he challenged us after the first to follow it up in the second, and have a start in the second, and that's where we've when we've played well, we've kind of it's been a roller coaster a little bit too much, and I thought tonight it was much more stable, and we played much better for 60 minutes.
You talked about the forecheck. How important has that been for your line in particular, forcing turnovers and extending some possessions that way?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, and it's not just our line; it's the D that are with us, and we got to skate up the ice for the D to follow us, and forecheck as a 5-man unit, and we did that. And we won pucks, and then we hung on to them, and it was. I think for our line, what got us going, and what tends to get us going.
Moritz, how was that penalty kill there in the third period after that failed challenge? I mean, how huge a moment was that?
I think it just shows that I thought they had a plan going into the challenge, but they knew they trusted us with the kill, and it's obviously a great feeling getting that feeling from your coach, and we did the job. And obviously that, I think, gave us a big boost, and obviously feels real good.
Along those lines, I mean, every goal is uplifting, but when you get a short-handed goal, how much of a momentum swing is that?
It was great. I thought Copper played really well tonight. The whole line created a lot of chances, turned their D and played in the offensive zone, and he's been really down in the PK, and obviously is a big part of our success right now, and also in the future.
Just overall, of this game is something you can take away from it that's repeatable down the stretch.
Can you say that again, please?
What positives can you take from this game that are repeatable?
Obviously the start. I think we can skate with anybody. We gotta have a shooting mentality. Don't necessarily be too cute at the start. It's really focusing on playing north-south hockey. Get pucks to the net, really grind our D out, and I think that's stuff we can do over and over again.
Dylan, you scored your goal right in post there. Patrick scored a goal against Montreal back in December on that kind of right below the circle play. You guys had a lot of shots from there. How much of that is an isolation of that's the goalie we've played before, we know where we're going to that area, and how much of that just how the game played out?
I think it's just how the game plays out, and tonight we had shots from all over, and he's a good goalie, and especially, I guess, a little bit to answer your question on the power play, we do try and look down there against a diamond. It's every team does it, and it's kind of just like Mo said, we're just keeping it simple and taking what's in front of us, and not overcomplicating it. And my goal tonight, I just saw the guy laying down and had a lane and tried to get there and got 2 whacks on it. And sometimes that's hockey and just being simple.
Todd, lots of shot volume tonight. You win the special teams battle. What do you like most about the way you got the 2 points?
I liked our start. I thought everybody got into the game, and we were aggressive. We looked fast. Challenged the group before the game because the part of the pre-scout was the 2 games that they had played against Montreal pre-Christmas, and in that game we looked slower and a little indecisive, and wanted them to give us a guideline of whether we've made progress. And I thought we were aggressive, we were quicker, we played faster. Throughout the whole night, there's always ebbs and flows and dips, but for the most part, that was how we looked 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So that's a good sign for us.
What went into the goalie interference challenge there, and what were the explanation you were
Well,
giving?
we're up by 2. There's 9 minutes left. We asked the players to be aggressive. I thought that, in my opinion, I still think it's a goal, but or I wouldn't have called it. I thought that Rass had every right to go in after a loose puck. Then I thought he made every effort to avoid, and I thought that Savard had his stick on his hips, and when you're standing up, stiff and straight trying to avoid something, and you get pushed, you don't have any balance. So that's what we thought, but obviously we were wrong.
When you talk about coaching to have a hot and aggressive start, how much of that comes down to scoring first? They've won a lot more than they've lost when they score first.
Yeah, that certainly helps. You get the reward for the work, and then you get confidence and you believe in what you're doing. You don't question the attack mentality again because of the reward. So I think you're dead on. The first goal was important for us, especially the way we came out of the gate.
Is there a degree of confidence in the penalty kill too? Like you talked about, you believed it was a goal, but is there also a degree of confidence in
Yeah,
the penalty kill?
absolutely. When we challenged, it was okay. It's going one. We know it's going one way or the other, and if it goes against us, get ready because we can do it. And they did a real good job.
How much did that shorty help? I mean, not just your score, but a bit deflating for the team that gives one up.
You're talking the
shorthanded goal.
The shorthanded goal. Sorry, my mind was still going to the challenge. The shorthanded goal is a big one. Teams are probably coming in and saying we got to take advantage of their penalty kill because our number is not good, and the game was tight enough. They had a chance to strike and maybe swing the momentum back, and Copper and that group did a real good job, and it just sets them back a little bit more. Important for us.
Hey Todd, 700 games tonight for Dylan. You've obviously seen most of those from afar, but from up close, what have you grown to appreciate about him? And maybe not so much the player, but the competitor that you
Yeah.
see tonight?
And that's a good point because I think he is the player he is because of his drive and his competitiveness. We talked about this with some people in here before. He came into the league in diapers, all young players do, and this is his family. He's grown up with it. He's a true Red Wing. 700 games means a lot. Original 6-team Detroit. So those are that's really remarkable in my mind. And over and above that, all the things that he does for the team when he puts the equipment on, but also when he isn't wearing the equipment. And that's likely why they've chosen him as the captain a while ago. And the group was really happy for him tonight.
Johansson just seems to just keep that steady play. There was a few times tonight where a young defenseman might have panicked with the puck and he just made a simple, safe play and got you guys out of trouble.
Yeah, you said Edmondson, is that right?
Johansson.
Oh, Johansson, yes. Probably the biggest surprise for me to date is Albert. I knew nothing about Albert. We get here and he's kind of parked on the shelf and everybody's playing and we're trying to figure players out. I think his rise has been remarkable, really, or unless I underestimated him too, and then that's on me. But he's played steady in all 3 zones. There's some fierceness in his game. When he gets engaged with bodies and battles, he wins a lot of them. He's not the biggest guy, so we talk about him in the locker room all the time. We're so happy we have him. He's the biggest surprise in my mind.
You talked about the shorthanded goal. Cobb is a player who makes an impact in a lot of ways that aren't scoring goals. But
Yeah.
to see a guy like that get one on the
So it's a nice reward for him personally. We talked about his game, I think before Philly maybe, and asked him to do a few things, and for 6 periods now, we've seen that. And, his legs are good, his mind is good. You put those two together and use both at the same time, good things like that can happen, so good reward for it. Good night.